Italian Canadian Mafia is by far usurped and passed the Italian Mafia in strength, power, and money. Now, why is that? And I have a few reasons personally why I believe that's the case. Number one, when you're an Italian American in America, has a very dominant culture. You tend to assimilate quicker and you tend not to be as tuned into the motherland. Versus in Canada, you still speak the Italian language, you still visit Italy, you still adopt the Italian culture. It's almost like being in Italy in a way. If you go to Hamilton, Woodbridge, it's like being in Italy in a way, right? In a certain sense, culturally, right? Canada does not have as much dominant culture. So number one, more in tune with the Italian culture. Number two, they don't have RICO and harsh sentences. So they're willing to kill people. They're willing to kill informants. They're willing to kill people. So when you're thinking of informing or you're thinking of doing stuff sideways, they're willing to kill you versus in the US. So that's the second reason. The third reason, and probably the most important, is the rise of Ndrangheta, which is out of Calabria. They were a $50 billion a year organization. They set up shop in Canada, and they far usurped the five families, the Sicilian Mafia, and the Sicilian Mafia in Canada. And the way they operate is they don't have the muscle like the Sicilian Mafia does, but they have the power, they have the institutional presence, and they control the drugs. They're probably the largest customer for the cartels in Mexico, Colombia, Bolivia, Peru, and Ecuador, because they control 80% of the market in for cocaine in Europe, and they also control the market in for MDMA and cocaine in Australia, and they control a considerable amount of the cocaine in Canada, and they're just a powerhouse.